Hello. In this video, we're going to discuss changing the stator and slider in LinMot F guides. We're going to begin by removing the fixed end plate to which the slider is attached. Use a wrench to hold the slider in place as you remove the end bolt. Move the stator to the end of the slider so it can support it, taking care not to let it come off of the bearing rail, and then carefully remove the slider. Note that the slider contains strong magnets and should be stored with proper precautions. Next, remove the cable and bolts securing the stator in the motor flange. The stator should now freely come out of the flange. We are now ready to add the new stator and slider. Insert the new stator into the motor flange and secure it using the bolts on the flange. After making sure that the new slider is cleaned and lubricated, insert it into the guide through the stator. Take care to make sure that the end sits comfortably in the floating end plate. Next, ensure that the ball and socket washers that attach to the slider are properly lubricated and oriented. These washers accommodate for any angular deflection that may occur in the system. Next, apply thread locker to the slider bolt. Reattach the end plate to the guide, ensuring that it is aligned properly. Make sure to leave the bolts loose so that we can tighten them later during the alignment process. To align the guide, cycle the motor back and forth by hand and gradually tighten the bolts. Repeat this process until the bolts are seated. If you notice any friction or binding, re-loosen the bolts, cycle the motor again, and proceed with retightening them. It is important to ensure that the system is properly aligned, as any friction or binding can affect motor performance. Once the system is reassembled, make sure the connector is attached. If necessary, there are bolts on the carriage plate that can be realigned as well. Once the reassembly is complete and the guide cycles smoothly, the system is ready to return to operation. Thanks for watching.